and welcome to Dataiku, the centralized, collaborative, and end-to-end platform for data science in the enterprise. Data science is more than just building models and advanced AI. It also includes the familiar tasks around data access, preparation, and wrangling that are required for any data project. If you're an analyst, you'll love how easy it is in Dataiku to explore, prepare, and blend data from multiple sources for business analysis and reporting. Choose from more than 100 code-free transformations, leverage built-in statistics and interactive data visualization, and publish results to dashboards, custom applications, or the BI platform of your choice. Let's say we are tasked with comparing average vacation rental prices in various neighborhoods around Madrid. The request for this analysis comes in often, but with slightly varied criteria, such as for different neighborhoods or for a certain date range or room type. In the past, I might have performed this work in a spreadsheet and pasted charts into slides each time a new request came in. But let's see how we can use Dataiku for everyday work and to automate tedious data tasks and requests. Let's check out the project and dive into the flow, a visual representation and documentation of all the steps our data undergoes from start to finish. Blue squares represent datasets, with the icon showing where the data lives. With Dataiku, the complexity around connecting to data is removed. One of our input datasets is an uploaded CSV that lists all possible bookings for each rental property, one row for each date, and the price of the stay for that night. Our other input is a table in cloud storage that contains more info about each property, such as location, room type, number of reviews, and neighborhood. Even though my datasets are from different source systems and are stored in different formats, once in Dataiku, both have the familiar rows and column structure I'm used to, but without size limits. Next, we're ready to explore and manipulate the data for our analysis. Depending on your preference, you can use all code, some code, or no code at all in order to wrangle and transform data. In this video, we'll focus on visual recipes, shown as yellow circles, which enable you to clean, join, filter, and aggregate data, and much more, with an intuitive point-and-click interface. First order of business is to combine the two tables. We'll use a visual join recipe, using the listing ID as the common key. Instead of using a finicky lookup function, we can visually construct our desired output by simply selecting the columns we want to include and clicking Run. Next, we need to clean and prepare the output data. For example, I can see that the neighborhood and neighborhood group fields are nested inside an array instead of being expressed as two columns. I'll want to extract the day of week from the date field to be able to compare weekday versus weekend prices, as I assume that midweek has a lower occupancy rate than the weekends and is priced lower. I'd like to convert these adjusted price values from string type into a numeric type so that I can perform calculations like average price. Also, I see by the gray quality bars below each column name that I have some missing values. Let's apply a prepare recipe to this data. The prepare recipe contains more than 90 built-in processors to help us do everything from simple to advanced data wrangling. For example, string transformations, numeric manipulation, and geospatial enrichment. For bespoke transformations, we can create custom formulas in an Excel-like expression language, or even insert a custom Python function. Let's prepare this data. There are a couple ways to extract the neighborhood and neighborhood group from this array. The simplest is to use the unnest object processor Dataiku suggested for us in the menu below the column header. Notice the two new columns are colored in blue to show us a preview of what this transformation will produce, so we can decide if it meets our needs. In some cases, especially with semi-structured text fields, we might also want to extract patterns with a regular expression. Not a regex expert? Don't worry. With the Smart Pattern Builder, you can just select examples of the pattern you want from sample rows. And Dataiku will build a regular expression for you. Next, let's parse the two date fields. Dataiku helps us infer the right date format from our values, and we'll handle both dates in a single step. Parsing unlocks a variety of other date processors. I want to extract the date components, as I'm interested in deriving the day of week for each listing date. Let's also extract the week of year, so we can report on seasonal trends. I'll remove these other date parts we don't need. For the adjusted price, I want it to be numeric so I can do math on the values. When I highlight the $sign, Dataiku suggests a lot of ways I might want to handle these values, such as splitting the field using the $sign as a delimiter, replacing this character with something else, and so on. But actually, another suggested processor, split currency and amount, might be even better. This way, I preserve the unit of currency, which could be useful since it's a bit counterintuitive that the prices for these Madrid listings are in US dollars rather than euros. I can quickly check the distribution of these adjusted prices to get a sense for the Madrid rental market prices overall, and check the quick stats to see what the minimum, maximum, and outlier prices are. While I'm here, I'll go ahead and remove the rows where there is no price. And now, over in the script of my prepare recipe, I can see that 25 rows were removed by this last step. And these were the rows that were causing several of my quality bars to be showing gray for missing values. Now, I have clean-looking green bars across the board. When I'm done, I can organize my steps into logical groups, color code them, and even annotate individual steps or entire recipes to make it easier for myself and others to retrace the logic later. Once my data is prepared, it's time to visualize results. I can share the output data with the BI solution, such as Tableau or Power BI, or interactively build a variety of charts on any table in my flow. Any charts I want in my final report, I'll publish to a dashboard right within Dataiku. As a final step in this demo, let's review how we can turn the work we did today into something more automated, so that anyone on the team can generate this exact analysis for just the neighborhoods they're interested in. Dataiku contains a built-in scheduler function called Scenarios that enables you to automatically refresh flows, outputs, and dashboards. We can set it up to run on a schedule, such as every Monday morning, or in a more dynamic fashion, such as whenever new data comes into our source system. We can also manually trigger the steps to run for ad hoc analyses, which is what we did for this particular use case. To make this end-to-end process easy for business users to interact with, even those who have no knowledge of how to use Dataiku, we created a simple visual application to serve up results in an on-demand way. In this Dataiku application, when we select a couple of neighborhood groups to compare and click Run Now, behind the scenes, our scenario is pulling the most recent data, applying those filters, preparing the data, and calculating the aggregations and charts we specified. The results in this case are downloadable final datasets and a dashboard. With the two districts reported side by side, I can easily compare and contrast the number and availability of listings, pricing by type of room, and interactively explore geographic and time series patterns to understand demand for different neighborhoods throughout the year. With just a few clicks in this application, we generated the analysis that used to take me an entire afternoon to do in a spreadsheet. I can use this time instead to develop insights and recommendations. We've reached the end of this quick tour. To learn more, get in touch with us on our website, or try Dataiku for yourself with a free 2-week hosted trial. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching.